Okay, so here we're going to have the best Ascent setups that I know for Cypher. Defense, obviously, you can just use these on offense once you get into site. So we're going to start off with A site. This is my favorite site to hold, but I don't like the setup as much. So for a one-way, you want to come into this corner, and then you want to have the line next to your the middle HUD bar, and the line against this right here. See this line on the wall? Back up into the corner, then the one in between the cage and the camera, the line you want to have it halfway through, and then you throw your cage. And that's the one way. Now obviously there's a large number of trips you can do. I'm just going to show you all the trips that I know. So this one is unbreakable. You can put it like, say, here. And if they're attacking, the closest they can get, unless they wallbang it, but the closest they have to get is like here. At which point, the second they shoot it, you can swing from wherever you're holding. Boom, free kill. Another trip that I like to use is coming off the edge of this wall into here. Goes right into this corner. From this angle, they can't, I don't think they can jump it, but they don't expect it. And it covers tree and also people that want to go and close the door. And then you can just swing and get a free kill. Now another one that I'm aware of is this here. It's not the best trip, it connects to this, so it's pretty hard to see. But they'll walk over here and they'll get pinged by it, or when people go to run and plan anywhere other than here, if they run and plan here, or if anywhere they want to go heaven, they have to run over this, they'll get pinged by it. So how a round would play out would be, I'd sit here, or here, and then put my camera up here. And the second I see anyone on this, I pop this, and then I swing, and it's a one-way. So they cannot see me and I can shoot them. And then I play off of my trips, but if I need to, I'll put a second cage here, pop it and sit inside the cage, and then the second I get pinged, say here, you spray, 3 kills. Now if I play B, I always use one of my trips at mid just to watch the mid flank, put it off of this wall, and then it's undodgeable. They can lurk up this close, see switch, and maybe just about see you if you're down here. But most of the time, they're just going to break this, and when they break it, you know that they're mid. Now, this is the best setup I found for B, so you put your camera up here. And you can see it's like this, you can see straight into main. Or, what I've seen a lot of people do, is they put their camera there at the start of the round, and then just instantly look. The second the barrier goes down here, you can just see whoever's here, but your camera will always get shot out. So I recommend to put the camera up there, and just have it held like this. Now, for the one-way, I made this myself. You see, I'll zoom in, but you can see, like, the line in between your HUD. Like, if you look this here, where these two lines meet, and it's like a curve up, you want to put that right on the dot, and then press Q. And your trip will land there. I mean, your cage, sorry. Now, we have one trip at mid, but other trips, you can just simply put one here. I always like to have one here, just because it will always catch them off. There's no way they can get past it without breaking it. And the second they do break it, you can come out of your cam here, ping whoever it is, and then if you're sat here or here, you can spray through the walls. Other trips, people like to do trips here, so that it covers when they come in and try and do switch, but they can still reach it if they're walking across the front, just be wary of that. A retake trip that everyone likes to use is they put it here, because someone's always going to be coming through here if they're getting massive sight control, or if they want to come into spawn, they're stuck in this little line here, which you can then just get a line of fire here. But a lot of the time someone will set this trip off. Another trick we can do is putting it up against this wall, and it will connect to the box there. This means that anyone that does like want to stand here will get caught by this trip, or even if they're jumping out to go back site, they might get caught on it, so it's just good info to know where they are. If you're holding this in a post plant, so you've got the bomb sat down here, I recommend to put a trip here and a trip here, unless you've got one on flank, which is fair. In terms of attacking trips, I just say instead of putting your trip right here when you're pushing B, I say just to put it just inside there, because then they're not going to see it unless they're really shift walking, and then they'll have to break it. And then if you're pushing A, I like to put my trip on here, and that's like right on this line on the wall, because that's about head level. And the reason I do it here is because even though it's literally just a split second faster than putting it across here, don't put it across here ever, just do it like that, because it's just slightly more hidden, and the likelihood is they'll come from this side, so they might not hear it. But it's just good to have it across because it gives you that extra, like literally 1 second extra where they have to break the trip earlier, just so that they know. And it also means that instead of them being able to sit here and hold you in an angle, they're forced to sit even further back here, which means you can predict them easier. But yeah, so that's everything I know for Ascent for Cypher. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed.